Hi team, Theo and Jake here. We are going to start a series all on different topics to do with training, nutrition and mindset. Just short little videos for you to take a look at. Today's one is all about goal setting. So why we goal set, and how many goals should you do, what are the pros and cons of goal setting, but that's what the discussion's all about. So take a look.
Stuff like don't bite off more than you can chew, like have smaller, more achievable goals, but then have an ultimate goal, have smaller goals,
how you're going to break
have sub goals that ultimately achieve that, and then have sub goals which achieve. So it's like working
short term, medium term,
so
long
sort of
term,
3 months, 6 month, year, 4 year, whatever, depending on what
you're training for,
or 6 week,
So
or monthly.
You could also you could use
more
that,
achievable.
You could suppose to use that as an example of like saying an Olympic athlete is going to be training for a 4 year period.
Exactly.
But they're going to break down into competitions each year. They might work towards the Commonwealths, which is 2 years in, but they won't be at peak because of the Olympics. But that would be an example for an athlete kind of thing, or competition, boxing. Have you got a fight? You have 12 weeks beforehand. Football season.
But I think it's not. I don't think it's wise though, looking at it as a giant goal in one.
Well, no, I mean like they have a giant goal.
But I'm saying that's why
they are looking at more.
You want to break it down.
Yeah. They want to hit PBs as they go. They're peaking at different points in those 4 years to ultimately get the biggest peak.
So like if you're a beginner, for example, I think it's a bit dumb just going in to say, right, I'm starting from here, and in 1 year's time, regardless of what happens in between, this is my goal. You can still have that ultimate goal, but say, right, 3 months time, this is the next step. You don't jump to the top of the stairs. You go up.
Well, it's always that ladder, isn't it? Like you go up each step of the ladder.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you can't reach it, then you break it down even more.
Yeah, and each step of that 12-month journey could be 4 weeks or month. Take it a month at a time, rather than it's less daunting as well. I think having smaller ones to achieve, but obviously you need to know what your ultimate goal is. You need to have a vision, otherwise you're just going to be drifting around aimlessly. You need to know how you're going to achieve it, what you're going to do to achieve it, potentially what sacrifices you might have to make, what priorities you're going to have to make. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because you'll just get overwhelmed, and then you're more likely than not to think, I can't be asked for this now, it's too much. Well,
I think the most important thing from goal setting is, even if you fail that goal, as we've mentioned before, is it's not a failure. You just have to reset what that goal is, or the time frame that goal is.
Every failure is a step effectively in the right direction anyway, because I've tried something that didn't work, so now I'm going to try a different approach. And
that's not the end of the world. What you did was getting you towards that goal. It might take a little bit longer than you thought it was going to take.
The only way to go from failure is to win, is to victory. So you need failures. It's character building as well, isn't it?
Who wins the first thing that they ever try?
Yeah. If they did, and they tell you they did, then they're lying. I think everyone's failed at something before they've achieved something great. So, perseverance as well is important. I think don't give up if one thing goes wrong, just keep going at it. You'll get there. But then why not set goals, do you think, would be?
For people that don't deal with failure very well, I would say. Some people don't like goals to try and hit, and they don't. It doesn't motivate them in any way, having a goal in front of them.
No.
Like they're short. Not many people that are like that, but I have met clients like that who it's almost like, I don't want that because I'm not going to try and fight for it. Or you haven't set them the right goal.
I
suppose that's another way of looking at
it. That's a good point,
Like the trainers...
The goals are either unrealistic for them at their particular stage, or generally speaking, or I mean, if they're not going to set themselves goals, whether it's long term, short term, medium term, or whatever, they're probably lacking a bit of discipline as well.
Yeah.
So.
Or belief.
Yeah. So then they'd have to. That's something else they're going to have to sort of look into.
And that's mindset.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of it's down to mindset, I think, especially starting off.
Well, okay, like say you've got someone coming into the gym for their first, I don't know, PT session or training session, induction, whatever. Like what kind of goals? Like they come in, they probably say the exact same thing that we hear all the time, which is lose
9
weight,
times out
lose
10.
weight, tone up.
Yeah, get generally fitter,
fitter,
improve
yeah.
general fitness.
So you're there going right. Like what? How do you decipher like what their goal is?
When you say lose weight.
Yeah. How much weight? So you're looking for something that's.
What weight? Just general weight.
Yeah.
No?
We want.
Starve yourself. Don't starve yourself.
But
you'll lose weight doing
this is where the smart goals, like which people have probably heard endless times.
You'll have to remind me what that is.
So we got specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, / relevant now, time related. So with a time involved, like it doesn't have to be deadline.
I wonder who comes up with this stuff.
No. Parts of it obviously make complete sense,
It's just generalised stuff, I suppose. There's no specifics.
S being specific.
No, except for S.
Because we do need specific goals. You don't want to go in with if you're going in for your first session at the gym with your trainer, don't go in with this kind of hairy-fairy.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do.
I want to lose weight. I want to tone up. You need to give your trainer and yourself
something to work with.
The idea of what you want, and it doesn't have to be, I want to be this weight or I want to lift this much. It's like give us an idea. Like even if it's a dress size, if you're a woman, got
a wedding in 6 months.
Got a wedding, holiday.
Yeah.
I just want to feel good in a bikini, whatever. Great. Because then that gives us something to work towards. Okay, what's the idea of you looking good? How are you going to feel confident in a bikini? Like, is there a specific size bikini that you want to be in? Is there, do you want to see abs? Do you want just a flat tummy? Do you just want to, I don't know, if you've got cellulite, do you just want to try and smooth out that a little bit? What is it? Is it your legs that bother you? Is it your arms that bother you? Yeah. You need to tell the trainer that because they can't just go, right, you want to lose weight, but how quickly, where from, we're not magic,
But also I think a lot of people come in thinking that we know the answer to everything straight away, indefinitely, and then when you sort of say, I don't know how you could do that, or I don't know if that's achievable, or if that's possible, or I don't even know what you're talking about, they look at you like, but I thought you're supposed to know everything.
Never say everything, yeah.
Well, it depends.
We know more probably than you, but
it depends on the person that's coming to you.
And the other thing is, everyone's different, and everyone reacts differently to training and food. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes either. We see you maybe half an hour in a week. Yeah. And you could be doing all sorts of stuff that you're not telling us in.
And then you're going to blame it on us because you're not making any progress. Well, hang on, no, I see you once a week for an hour max.
And I can ultimately be there.
That's the only time you're training.
We can tell you what to do in that week between hand. What training sessions do, what to eat, whatever. But you have to do it, and and that's ultimately where goal setting is good because you're there going right by a month's time, we're looking for you to be this size waist or this size around your hips or this size around your chest or arms or legs. Yeah. And if you're not achieving that, because we're measuring that, we can see if you haven't lost it in 4 weeks, then why? And then we can find the reasons why and we can adjust depending on what's happened in that time.
Exactly, yeah.
So, but that's the importance of goal setting. And ultimately we've kind of come to the point of you should probably set goals because we couldn't really find any reasons to not to.
Yeah, it's just going to point you in the right direction as well. As I say, if you haven't got any, you don't really know you're going to be doing something and not knowing why you're doing it, so you're going to be half-arsed into it. There's no reason and not necessarily direct reason for doing stuff if you if you can't justify why you're doing certain things, it's like I've said to you countless times. If I've given someone a program, if I've given you a program or whatever, or a workout, and I say, if you give me what you've done, you should be able to justify why everything is in that program.
Yeah.
Because if you can't, and I say, why are you doing that? I don't know. Well, you get rid of it. If it's not helping you, it's wasting time that you could be dedicating to something else that is going to be helping you. If you insist,
going to hit your goal.
If you insist on doing it, then do it at the end after you've done everything else. Just if you want to give yourself,
if that makes you feel better.
If you want to give yourself 10-15 minutes of say free time at the end of your workout, fine.
Yeah.
Go do some curls. Go do some burpees if that's the sort of weird shit that you like doing. But if it's not going to help you, don't do it.
Don't do it. What's there has to be a point of the session.
I think everything needs to be justifiable, otherwise you're just wasting time. If you're in the gym for an hour and 40 minutes of it is decent work, and the other 20 is just filler, just because I think I need to be in for another 20 minutes, and you're not doing much, just go. Don't bother. Just go. You're not going to get anything else.
Stretch, because most of you don't do that. That's a good time. That's a good time filler. Stretch.
Or do some abs.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to train abs.
And you need to make sure your trainer knows what the aim of the session is as well. Because I think there's a lot of trainers out there that just kind of write sessions a little bit offhand with no idea what they're doing for you.
We'll just give everyone the same stuff and think it'll work
for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone gets the same session. Yeah. No.
I mean, it could work to a degree if everyone's an absolute beginner for the first month.
Yeah.
And then...
But then you're going to find weaknesses and strengths in other people, yeah.
Yeah, plateaus come pretty quick. And the athlete or the trainee, as well as the trainer or the coach, need to be experienced, and they need to be able to identify what needs changing and when it needs changing and what to. And it's not just a one-off change. Plateaus will come, your body adapts to everything over a certain period of time, so it needs to constantly be changing. I'm not suggesting you change your workout every week.
No.
But,
depends who you are as a person, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe.
So in summary, we have come up with the fact that you should definitely goal set. And why should we, Jake?
Yeah, I think it's wise ultimately. I mean, without goals, as I say, you've got nothing to sort of work for. Without a plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah.
I think it's just...
I think it's important if you're looking to do something. If you're looking to achieve.
Yeah.
Then you need to know why you're trying to do that, and how you're going to do that.
I think how is as important, if not maybe more important, as to why. Because if you don't know how you're going to do it, you could spend a year, 2 years, 5 years trying to achieve your goal in the wrong way, and you've made no progress.
So really important to A, have a big goal, but B, have lots of sub goals to get you there. I
think it doesn't matter too much if you say you work on a small goal that's a month and you don't make any progress, because I know it's like only a month. It's like, okay, a couple of weeks, I can divert and try something else. Whereas if you've invested a year or more, it's like that's quite a long time to make no progress.
Yeah.
Whereas, and that's to sort of say, right, I've got to start a year's work again. That's a big ask.
Big ask, yeah. I think willingness to adjust your goals as well.
As and when, yeah.
As Jake says, like if you fail after a year, then there's got to be a reason why, and you need to look at those goals and set those goals differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all in all,
be honest with yourself as well. Be realistic, and have a vision. Know what you got to do, how to do it. You'll be fine.
Cool. That was our discussion all about goal setting. Check out episode 2.